When he got 19 years to go.
Yeah.
100 years old.
So you're saying, I'm going to do a game with you when you're 100 years old.
And he can shoot the ball, even though he hasn't shot it well in practice in the exhibition games.
Tillman got the rebound, couldn't get the shot off, and they kick it back out.
Tom Izzo told me he tried to recruit him big time. He said he can be special.
Tillman takes a bump, and look at the length there for Kentucky with Montgomery and Richards. Just couldn't get a clean look.
And that size really bothered him.
And Ashton Hagens on the bench. Looks like he's got something on that right wrist or forearm of his right now. And also on the right ankle. So tough to tell exactly what. Three-point attempt by one of the Michigan State freshmen, Malik Hall, 6'7" out of Aurora, Illinois.
Well, people remember this. They moved the line back now about 16 inches.
Right.
So the numbers will probably go down this year in terms of shooting the three. I think what it's going to do is put the ball in the hands of really legitimate shooters instead of just coming down, everybody firing threes. 16 inches is a big difference.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's now the same as the feet. Twisted his ankle a couple of weeks ago in a close scrimmage that Michigan State had with Gonzaga. Didn't play in their second exhibition game, but getting some run here tonight.
He can make shots, too. He's one of the kids that can really make shots from the perimeter for Michigan State. But really, who else is a really, you could say, an automatic guy? Put the ball in his hands, he can shoot it. They got a kid on the bench they think could be that guy, Juzang.
Yeah, Johnny Juzang they think can shoot. Oh.
This is November, man. A lot of these kids just not familiar with each other, the timing.
Winston with a floater.
Just came to the sideline. They put the same thing right around his back, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue.
I'll tell you one thing, Holly, you are one of the hardest working people in the business, football and basketball.
Absolutely.
I want to be her agent. She deserves a hell of a lot more than she's making.
And she's so excited. Her two sports come.
Well, Winston better score with Hagens out of the lineup.
Brown, 1 for 2, make it 2 for 3.
Hagens back on the floor now, yeah? But then Brown, he can shoot the ball. He's a guy that can make shots. And when you can make shots, it hides a lot of the liabilities one possesses.
Michigan State seems set at the point, obviously, with Winston. On the wing, you would think, with Henry. And in the middle, on the college hoops calendar, and they'll host Duke December the 3rd.
Well, that game is up in Michigan State?
Yes. Nick Richards, now a junior. And
player for them.
John Calipari tried to recruit one more big.
Oh, wow.
Son of the Fonz. Son of LaFonso.
Wow, LaFonso's son.
Yeah.
LaFonso was some kind of player at the Golden Dome.
Hagens.
The Duke and Kentucky's had a lottery selection 12 straight years, and this year it doesn't look like there'll be one. But I remember you and I did some of the games. Nice backdoor cut. Good defensive play. Shea Gilgeous Alexander. He came off the bench.
Yep.
He came off the bench and became a lottery selection. So it's too early to determine that.
Chance to see some great basketball.
That's where you and Jay are heading out there.
We're heading to Anchorage tomorrow morning, my man.
Wow.
You're going to Sarasota. 9 minutes in and a 16-11 game. A total of 16 fouls committed in the first 9 minutes of the game.
Unbelievable.
Hagens can't shake Winston.
You got to score. You got to score right there.
Montgomery left it a little bit short.
Should have spun and went off the other shoulder.
Winston stops on a dime and buries the three.
What makes him special, he has ability to go anywhere he wants on the floor when he wants to get there. He doesn't beat you with that great quickness and that athletic ability, but he has an incredible understanding of the game. Very smart, very cerebral.
And has worked on his body year by year, a little bit fitter every single year. Winston would agree wholeheartedly with that.
He was one of my favorite players. Somebody asked me, who would you like to coach? If you had to pick one player, it would have been Irvin, because he played with such passion, such desire, such the will to win.
Did you try to recruit him to Detroit?
I tried, I failed.
Well, three not there for Brooks. Quickly now on Winston on this trip, gets some help. Bingham really an outside shooter, 6'11" guy, but comfortable on the perimeter. Goes inside for the lob.
Look at that play he just made right there, Winston. He created that whole opportunity. Changing direction, a great feel for the ball, understanding where people are on the floor, and great vision to make that pass.
He's just the consummate point guard, right? The leader out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Leader, winner, tenacious.
Maxey, look at this burst of speed. Up and in.
Star. S-T-A-R. I can even spell that. He's going to be a star for Big Blue Nation.
Yeah, a lot of people thinking that he is destined to be the leading scorer on this team this year. Sestina helping out on Winston. Forced it up, and it'll go.
See where he gets? He gets where he wants to get, Dan. He just has that unique ability. Understanding where lanes are.
Now the pace picking up. Both teams starting to settle in offensively. Maxey got the switch. Pass deflected. To the pass. 41 years?
And 19 more to go. I want to hit 60. 60 years up courtside.
Foster Lawyer is into the game now for Michigan State for the first time. Sophomore who is a big-time scorer in high school. And he's coming to his sophomore year bigger and stronger, up about 15 pounds, trying to adjust to the speed and the physicality of the college game. Oh, nice little move there. Tillman up top. Bingham, no basket. But his buddy got whistled for a foul. Sestina, he can shoot it from out there. You got to guard him beyond the arc.
And they're doing that. They're keeping him away from shooting the ball.
Richards, strong move, but off the back of the iron.
They got to get Richards and Montgomery to give him some point production down in that second area.
Bingham for three. And here comes Quickly with a full head of steam.
I think we were Quickly, Maxey.
Deep one for Maxey. 3-4 feet behind the line.
They're not going to keep him on the sideline. Absolutely not. Just like they couldn't keep Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He made them have to play him.
So Maxey, Quickly, Hagans, John Calipari, you know at some point, Dick, he'll experiment with all three of them, right?
Yeah, he told me before the game, I'm going to play a lot of three guards.
To 66 in game number one.
Tell you one thing, you talk to Big Ten, you better watch for Maryland, man. With Wiggins, and Cowan, and Smith. I think Mark Turgeon's got himself a heck of a basketball team.
Quickly off to Maxey. Look at the speed going to baseline. Tried to reverse.
A couple of sophomores, Ashton Hagans and Emmanuel Quickly, you're very close with. We're just saying how much better they are. Tell me how you can be built for this stage at such a young age.
It's about what you go through. You know what I mean? There's a lot of adversity. There's a lot of tough pressure coming in when you go to Kentucky. You know what Coach Cal brings. A lot of guys that's probably win and done or can they win a championship. But Ashton and Emmanuel, they just developed from their first year, just being more aggressive, more leadership, and all those type of things. So I try to talk to them, help them out as much as possible.
Okay, I know you're out right now for the Wizards, but there is some magic happening in Washington, D.C. The Washington Mystics, WNBA champs, the Nationals world champs. How cool is it right now to be in D.C.?
Man, it's the dopest thing ever, man. To see the Mystics, to be there for Game 5, to see them win, and to see the Nationals, a team that started, I think, 19, like 43 at first and end off 83 or something. It was great to see those guys make a run. I think it's time for us to get a championship, so I'm not promising anything, but that's my ultimate goal, is to bring a championship there for the Wizards. But the city has been on fire, and you can't expect nothing that, and you can't knock the Caps that won.
They can tell you what it's like, what you have to do to get to the NBA, and they can relate to the pressures you feel trying to play on as big a stage as being a Kentucky basketball player is. 2 fouls, so the depth of both teams may be tested here tonight.
Well, you know, the rhythm isn't there offensively, the efficiency in both games here thus far, but it's so early in the year, and I think right now the defense is ahead of the offense. There's no doubt about it. The contact, the way they play defensively, pressure the ball. This guy wants to
doing
score.
a good job keeping them in front of them. Quickly has to force it up, and it goes down with a shot clock running out.
Wow.
Sometimes you just got to make a play, and he made a play. Couple of ball screens by Hall to try to free up Winston. Hall, left hand, no good. And here comes Maxey. 42-inch vertical leap, all kinds of speed and athleticism.
I tell you, Maxey and Quickly are going to really excite people.
Hagan Snow and a great block out by Hall.
You beat me to it. I was going to tell you that. What a tremendous block out. Star and Warren. Warren's an All-American.
And if people are saying Louisville and Miami, what's Dick be talking about? An ACC? Well, yes, the ACC has gone to 20 games this year.
The network, too, came into existence.
The ACC network has come in. So every ACC team but Duke, which played here, is going to play a conference game tonight or tomorrow. For example, on the ACC network tomorrow night, the defending national champs, Virginia, they'll be up at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse.
Well, what about Notre Dame?
Yep.
Hooking up at North Carolina.
Yep.
See the debut of Cole Anthony? He's for real.
Brown with a line drive jumper that's short inside 2 minutes to go. Here in a first half that has lacked offensive fluidity on both sides.
Don't use words like that because that's too many syllables, okay? Couldn't you say fluid? You got fluidity, showing your intelligence, that IQ you possess. Oh, wow. Izzo wasn't happy with that shot by Brown. Look at him get in the lane again. See,
And Lawyer at the point again with Winston on the bench right now for Michigan State.
I think this is going to be a special Kentucky team no matter what happens here tonight. I really do. I think a special Kentucky team.
Arns off a screen. He missed a 15-footer ball, still loose. And Brooks hits the deck and comes away with it for Kentucky. Maxey.
He ran to the three-point line. Should have attacked the rim for a layup.
Ooh, too high of a lob from Hall to Brown.
They got so many components. He told me before the game, he said, you know, playing time sometimes becomes a little issue. And people want to play, but it's very tough. I tell them if you play and you perform on the floor, you're going to stay on the floor.
Hagen's back on Lawyer, and Lawyer just can't shed him, and finally a trap.
Play to Texas was just amazing.
30 seconds to go in the first half. Low-scoring first half.
Yeah, Michigan State with 23. Something that they didn't expect here.
Maxey and foul.
Representing the school with great pride and passion.
Shot clock off.
Be a great player, no question.
Winston back into the game for the final seconds of the first half. And
that decision because of what happened in California and all over.
Maxey gets it off. Cannons, Maxey, and quickly together. Boy, good job staying down on defense there by Maxey. Shot clock's at 3. Henry. Haven't heard from Rocket Watts in a while.
Sporting News talking about the different changes, and that one was highlighted.
That's a big one. Three-point line we talked about. Two of the more notable ones this year. He serves. You and I did a #1 versus #2 Memphis, Tennessee game about.
Well, right? Bruce Pearl and John
Calipari. That's right.
That's right. And Mr. Pearl upset them when they were #1 in the country.
Probably the loudest college basketball game I've ever been at.
Home. Nate Oates' debut. He got beat at home by Penn, University of Penn in the Ivy League. That's Dickie V's Tibbetts for the day.
You should sell that. Make a little cash on the side.
Yeah, right.
Sponsor that, baby.
Yeah, I should sponsor that. I like that idea.
Henry to Brown. 3 won't go. Weak side rebound, Kithier. Wide open. Cassius Winston, no. Follow Tillman, no.
3 opportunities again. It's the second time I had 3 opportunities. Look at that quickness.
Wow.
Coach on the radio. And I'm not just telling you because you're my buddy. You were terrific.
Thank you.
You were terrific.
Thank you. Chris Singleton and I had a great time. It was a cool story. And to come back on the road and win games 6 and 7.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when they started 19 and 31 this year.
Yep.
Incredible story.
Winston can't get it over the rim. Maxey misses the 3. And a good rebound by Henry.
Henry's, shows some of his ability here. Oh, look at this wide open. Wide open. Nobody back on defense. Lack of communication. John Calipari not happy with that. Poor job by the defensive transition by Kentucky.
Good look here. Deep one for Maxey, and he'll knock it down. His second deep 3 of the game.
Tell you one thing, you see him a little bit swag about him. So much confidence. You can just feel it.
Oh, and Johnson. Those are 4 really good players.
Well, Hero's doing a great job with Miami.
Hagens to Nick Richards.
Nice transition basket run.
They're hoping that this is the year that he finally reaches all that potential that he's got.
He's only practiced the last few days. He's been out with an injury.
Yeah, rolled his ankle in their first exhibition game.
Many did play her tonight.
Winston to Brown in the corner, and it goes. Another assist for Cassius Winston.
See, there is the IQ of Winston. He knew in his penetration he had a chance to go left or right. He went right because he knows Brown is a three-point specialist. That is just a good basketball IQ.
Sees the floor beautifully, keeps his dribble alive.
A lot of people say he can't play at the next level. I'm not convinced of that. Some guys have that winner's mentality. You just want them as winners on your club.
Ball still live. Everybody stopped for a moment. Now here come the Spartans with numbers. Henry. Well, that would have been a big one for the Spartans.
Ball goes to his hands. You know what's happening. It's 3-ball time.
Yeah. Top, Richards can't finish, but remember that. With all the things you forget, you can remember that.
I use that in my motivational speeches.
Good help there by Richards. Open is Bingham. When in doubt, give it back to Winston. Nice.
Oh, nice look. Nice move.
Great patience by Henry in the lane.
Great use of his footwork. Footwork was excellent right there by Henry. He's the guy that's got to step up and give them offensive productivity to help out Winston.
Maxey and quickly now in the backcourt for the Cats. Montgomery posting hard, wants the ball, wants to try to go to work on Bingham. 5 to shoot. Montgomery, a lefty, drives, can't finish, ball's loose, belongs to Michigan State, and they want to run whenever they can. Whoa, good challenge by Sestina, and the ball's still live. Winston. And Sestina down with a rebound. 2 great plays by Nate Sestina.
He's a tough guy, man. He really is. Got some toughness.
Quick.
Before I go to class, I'm trying to live a disciplined, calm life, and that is paying off and showing up on the basketball court.
Hey, one thing, he also plays the saxophone, piano. He's a talented guy. The drums, the whole bit. Musician.
Henry no, and Sestina down with a rebound.
Sestina doing a good job on the interior, rebounding against this tenacious Michigan State team on the glass.
Gives them a lot of experience along with the freshman class and the sophomore group that they've got.
I really believe at the end of the year, you're going to make a case for Kentucky having the best perimeter game in basketball.
Khalil Whitney with a three-pointer, and all of a sudden the lead is back up to 10.
You know, guys like Whitney, Brooks, we haven't seen much of. They can play. Once they get their playing time, they got to make sure they perform, earn that PT.
Shot clock at 5. Hall with a little space. Nice kick. Brown again. No. And another miss and another rebound for Sestina.
He's really the only threat right now, shooting the 3. Oh, wow.
Look at that stroke for the big guy. He can really knock it down.
Well, Wisconsin got beat today, too. St. Mary's, California. Played up in South Dakota.
Well, let's see what kind of response Michigan State could have out here. It's a 9-0 run for Kentucky.
Well, they need to run real quickly to get back in this game.
Kentucky's defense has been great tonight.
Yeah, it really has. That's their strength.
Wow, nice spin move there by Tillman.
Yeah, you know, Tillman, Henry, and Winston, 3 legitimate big-time players. They would have 4 if they had Langford. See, Langford in a game like this becomes important because he can make the 3.
Whitney looking for Sestina, can't get it into him. And now Maxey.
Sestina's really earning playing time. He's going to be on the floor a lot this year for Kentucky.
Got to get a shot off. Quickly leans in, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Tillman calling for it. Got a Richards on him. Kick back out. Arns for 3.
He can do that. Arns coming off an injury. He has the ability to shoot the 3. And the 3 ball will get you back in the game. Now they're back in single digits.
And another guy who brings experience and toughness to the Michigan State team. 2 things that Tom Izzo really values. Drive by Hagans.
Another one empty on a drive.
Yep.
Beats the guy to the goal, and he came up empty.
And a great save by Winston. Henry. And he banks it home, and it's a 6-point game.
That's a big-time move right there. A big-time move. Great first step. Explodes to the goal.
Boy, a lightning-quick 7-0 run now by the Spartans.
These teams are 1 and 2 because they don't go away. You know, they're going to keep coming after you. There's a lot of talent on the floor. They're well coached. Look at both guys. Both guys coach like they're...
And another foul.
And I can't believe it's us 3 of us.
His coach is on his side.
And I'm saying him on his side right there, too, because really there was no foul.
Whitney elevates to the free throw line. Richards the offensive rebound.
Should have spun to the baseline and had himself a dunk. Drop step. And UB Brown here, teach them how to make that drop step on a baseline. UB is a great clinician.
Higgins lost it. Richards finds it but can't finish. And Michigan State again on a run, 7-0 run. Kentucky has not scored in a while. Rocket Watts, we haven't heard from him in a while as he misses the 3.
He's had a tough time shooting the 3.
Maxey with a burst of speed. Tough baseline runner.
Tremendous baseline shot right there, Maxey. Man, he can play for me any day of the week. That guy is a winner. He's got great, superb quickness.
Henry, beautiful drive.